visit your tri-state area out of you today. OG Anunoby, another big game with 24 points. Did not play down the stretch. We don't know why. Jalen Brunson at 26. And the Knicks pull it out down the stretch. Now lead the series 2-0. 108-102 the final. Fans outside braving the rain, but still excited as the Knicks win. No Joel Embiid for the Sixers. Bill Pito along with Wally Zerbiak from our Delta Embassy studios. 25 lead changes, most in a playoff game in 13 years. No Joel Embiid. It seemed like every big man that played was in foul trouble. But the key down the stretch, Knicks outscore the Sixers 12-3 in the final 6:52, and that's your ball game.
Yep. The key to the game for me was Mikal Bridges' defense on Tyrese Maxey. In that fourth quarter, Maxey couldn't get loose. He couldn't get going. He's their closer. He's their guy. With no Embiid, when the game tightens up in that fourth quarter, you need your all-star and your superstar to make plays, and Maxey couldn't create much for himself, couldn't create much good looks for his teammates. His teammates missed some open shots down the stretch in the fourth quarter, but the bottom line is the Knicks' defense locked down in that fourth quarter, and that's how they took over this game and won this game and got to a 2-0 lead in the series, which is a nice lead to take care of home court.
All right, big plays, Wally, presented by Four Leaf Federal Credit Union. Knicks trailed by 1 after the third quarter, but you had Captain Clutch coming up big, as always, in the clutch, and the Knicks were able to pull it out down the stretch to win this game.
Yeah, and how good has OG Anunoby been? The versatility that he can play with. He played the 5 for a lot of minutes in today's game. There's a big 3. That was one of the last buckets that Philly was able to generate in the fourth quarter. The Oubre gave them the 3-point lead, but then right back at you, Josh Hart with a gutsy 3, like Legs said on the broadcast, tied the game up. And then the Knicks got multiple stops, and then Jalen Brunson got to gauge Barlow. Barlow switched on to Brunson a lot late in this game. It took Jalen a little bit to kind of get his shots over his length. And how about that one? Mikal Bridges, what a performance on both ends of the floor. A guy doesn't miss. In the last 3-4 games in the playoffs, you mentioned it, he's shooting, what, 26 for 35?
Last 3 games, Bridges is 26 for 35.
Unbelievable. Offensively, he's been outstanding, but his defense has even been better. To lock down a guy like Maxey like that in the second half. Maxey had 19 points in the first half. He struggled to get going in the second half. Yes, it's a team effort, but he's the length and the guy that really bothers a guy like Maxey. His defense was so valuable in this game. It's going to be very valuable in this series.
Bridges, 9 of 13 shooting, 6 assists, had 18 points. Across the street we go, and let's bring in Alan Hahn. Alan, what do you have?
All right, thank you, Bill. Cat, this game felt like a grind.
Yeah.
Before we get into X's and O's, talk about the mental battle this game was for your team.
I mean, it was a battle for sure. We know that what that team brings to the court every single night, and the way our games have been going, I think this was a great test to see if we could play in a close game like this against a really good team. So shout out to our team and everybody just sticking together and just finding a way to win.
When you heard that the Sixers would be without Joel Embiid, did that change your approach at all to this game?
They're a great team. They're a great team. So we knew we had to be executing at a high level. We had to be disciplined, and we had to do, like I said, we had to take care of the job. So, you know, when we got the best fans in the world supporting us and bringing that energy, we know we could come out here and win at any time.
All right, well, now this series ships to Philadelphia, where a lot of your fans do end up going to some of those games. Yeah. What is the approach now that you're up 2-0 in the series?
Same approach as it's been for every game. Go out there and find a way to win. Keep bringing wins over here to New York and keep making our fans proud.
All right, thanks very much for your time. Congratulations on the win. Back to you, Bill.
Thanks. So Cat had all kinds of foul trouble. Wally ended up playing only 27 minutes, and yet went for 20, 10, and 7 more assists.
Yeah, and on 6 for 8 shooting, too. He's a dominant force. He has an advantage as far as matchup goes whenever he wants, and he took advantage of that matchup big time. The fouls, you know, it's tough for him guarding guys like Maxey coming off those screens. He got caught with a couple ticky-tack fouls, but overall, he is completely engaged. You can see the mental strength that he's bringing to his game and to the team. I mean, he feels like He's a co-captain along with Jalen Brunson in these playoffs. The way he's conducting himself like a professional. I love what he said after game one. We have to expect that Philly is going to come after us in game two. It's only one game. We got to look ahead. We got to keep banking wins. That was a real workmanlike professional win by this New York Knicks team, because this Philly team, they brought it in game two. And they got to be looking at themselves, thinking to themselves, what else can we do? We played a really good, high-quality basketball game, still couldn't get a win against the New York Knicks. We got to figure out a way now to go back to Philly and defend our home court.
What's your take on what we saw in terms of trying to defend Karl-Anthony Towns with no Joel Embiid? It seemed like Dominic Barlow was effective. Bona, before the foul trouble, did some good things. Andre Drummond, before he had the foul trouble, seemed like he was somewhat effective.
George at the end of the
right.
They're going to try to muck up this game, go small. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get 5 shooters up there. Dominic Barlow, you can switch him onto Jalen Brunson. He did a pretty good job. He's going to be a pretty effective piece if there is no Joel Embiid going through the rest of the series. The key with Joel Embiid is, can he get healthy enough to play defensively? Because when he's out there on the floor, he's a huge liability because he can't move. So the Knicks can get whatever they want on the offensive end of the floor when he's out there. This Philly team is much tougher to score on when Embiid is not on the floor. Obviously, there's not as good offensively because Embiid's an offense powerhouse and a force who knows how to get fouled and knows how to score. But defensively, they gave the Knicks a lot more problems because of their ability to switch. They had more athletic defenders, more active defenders. So we'll see where this series goes. There's a lot of twists and turns.
Now, we'll see about OG Anunoby. Again, missed the final 2 minutes and change. Went into the locker room. We don't know why. But before that, another great game for him with 24 points. He's tonight's New York State Lottery power player. And let's hope, obviously, that's nothing significant physically for Anunoby. But he was fantastic again, Wally.
Fantastic. And he's like a queen on a chessboard in these playoffs. The way that you can play him in so many different ways and so many different positions. He can guard anyone out there on the floor. And he allows just Jalen Brunson to do and get to his spots and make plays. And this is a guy who's knocking down the three like he's done his whole career. But I think he's thrown a lot more to his game because he's being involved in the offense. Look at field goal percentage. That's high because of the cuts. Because of Karl-Anthony Towns finding for easy dunks, layups, stuff in transition, field goals through the roof.
Now, here's a question. If Jalen Brunson's running the offense, how come Anunoby not getting the opportunities he has gotten recently with a lot of the offense going through Towns?
Because normally when Jalen's running it, it's high pick and roll, and OG's job is to space the floor because he's a great corner three-point shooter. So you put your floor spacers and your shooters in the corners like Bridges and Anunoby, and they're not roaming around as much, and you're just letting Towns and Brunson play two-man game. When you put the ball in Towns' hand, then Brunson becomes a cutter that you have to respect coming off those cuts. As a result, help is coming from all over the place, and OG Anunoby is free to roam all over the floor. He's also benefited from any type of steal or turnover. He's quick in transition to finish. And the Knicks look for him on the fast break. He's gotten a bunch of highlight finishes on the fast break. So that helps you get into rhythm as a player when you see the ball go through the basket. Then those threes just start flowing rhythm.
Shooting for 60% from 2 and almost 60% from 3.
Awesome.
Alex Monaco at the watch party, bringing the rain across the street. Fails, Alex can conduct the orchestra. Fans file out. Yeah, a lot to celebrate. Knicks up 2 games tonight as they win tonight by 6.